Alrighty, back again. Here we are. I know I did a live stream for this one. Sometimes, unfortunately, you have people over. So, I mean, not unfortunately, but I had someone over. So, I mean, I don't want to live stream them until they're probably comfortable enough to maybe be on stream and stuff. But anyways, this was a crazy card, guys. Absolutely crazy card. Muhammad Naimov, Myron Santos. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Myron Santos gets it done. I gotta be honest, I'll be going through it. I'm gonna go back to the note card or whatever, because I thought I could maybe remember my picks a little bit better. But yeah, no, Santos gets it done. I believe I was picking Naimov because of the 13 first round finishes he had. I was like, well, here's another one. No, Myron Santos gets it done. Came in overweight, which is never a good look. As they say 20% purse, I thought it was always 30% of a fighter's purse. It really didn't change to 50. But anyways, Myron Santos gets it done. Round 3 has a bit of a battle in rounds 1 and 2 with Muhammad Naimov, but ends up actually catching him and putting him away in round 3. Yeah. Moving on, Mansour Abdul Malik. Again, this was another one of those situations, kind of just like a Teba Gutierrez, where they're feeding a sheep to a wolf, unfortunately. I mean, Antonio Tricoli, again, like we in that last video I posted, we looked through his record and stuff. He's just been losing. He's just been losing. And yeah, Mansour Abdul Malik gets it done, knocks him down, gets a submission. Not too much to say about this one. I'm gonna be going through these a little bit faster, because I mean, we want to get to the main event, but also just like, there's not that much controversy or that much to happen. Honestly, it's like, yeah, no, motherfucker went in, got the job done. Moving on up to their third fight. Iwo versus Evo. Now, this was crazy. This one you had to see. Absolutely crazy. Just absolute barn burner between the both of them. Just throwing slinging shots, laying it on each other clean. It ended up being Iwo who ended up coming out the better side of it and ended up knocking out Ivo Aslan. But again, they start off the fight. It kind of very reminiscent of Don Fry versus Yamagata, forget his name, Yamoshiti or Yamagata, one of those names. Big ass Japanese guy. But anyways, these guys just started swinging on each other. Got right down to business. But Iwo has the better chin. Landed better than Iwo. Just completely took him out in the first round. Insane fight. Welcome to the UFC, Iwo. That makes him 7-0 now, and I'm excited to see who this guy fights next, because to fight with a chin like that, and that's how you start a fight, just fucking, let's do it, let's go. Fucking, it was amazing. It was beautiful, really. But yeah, Iwo gets it done against Ibo. Very nice. I think I picked Ibo Haslan. So, yikes. Anyways, moving on. This one, I had a good feeling about Jalen Turner. I feel like I knew he was going to win. But yeah, he just brutalized Edson Barboza. Edson Barboza just does not belong anywhere in the UFC right now, unfortunately. Maybe like a karate combat or something where we can get him with like some lower level comp. But yeah, no, even though his striking is still somewhat there, he's still going to throw the technique, looking powerful and cleanly and stuff. The speed is just not there anymore, and Jalen Turner just capitalizes on it and just takes out Edson Barboza. He landed a nasty elbow on the top of Edson Barboza's head. But yeah, Jalen Turner back after a quick retirement. I knew the retirement was not going to be very long, if at all. Because, like, dude, I mean, you're losing to top guys in the UFC. I'm sure he was worried about them kicking him, and he kind of did a little, well, I'll retire before you can kick me out. But yeah, no, he's back. They're probably going to put him with like another unranked guy, see if he still wants to get into the top 15, and then probably give him top 15 next. And Jalen Turner, man, again, the same situation with Kevin Holland. They have the physical attributes, and when they use them, they start looking like world-class guys in there. But when they don't use them, doesn't look too good. But anyways, Jalen Turner takes Edson Barboza round 1, absolutely clobbers him. Oh, Marvin Vettori, man. Jesus Christ. Overall, it's crazy. He's got more strikes and more significant strikes, but still lost. And make this make sense with this significant strikes and shit like that. Sorry, the rats are being crazy right now. Yeah, Marvin Vettori, hey, man, he's just done in the top 15 too, man. He's just, his style is just is not aged well. The problem with Marvin Vettori, he doesn't have real, like, I hate to sound fucked up, but like, he doesn't have any like X factor. He doesn't have anything that makes him really special about him. He's kind of just like block, and he got arms and legs on him, and he throws punches and kicks, and that's about it. Like, punch a block over and over again. That's what Bruno Ferreira did against Marvin Vettori. Definitely visually wise, he did a lot more damage than Marvin Vettori, but it wasn't a terrible fight from Marvin Vettori, but still, it's like, where's the takedowns, bro? Where's the grappling at? Why are you trying to... It's everyone. Like, stop. Just stop. But yeah, I don't know what's next for Marvin Vettori. He's been on a hell of a downslide. But anyways, moving on up. Nazim Sadikov versus Reza Ziem. Now, I was not expecting this in the second round. But Reza Ziem got it done against Nazim Sadikov. Pretty entertaining fight for the most part. Reza Ziem shows great grappling. Again, uses his length and range very well against Nazim Sadikov. Round 1, all Reza Ziem. Round 2, all Reza Ziem. Pretty, honestly, ended up being pretty decently dominant, but I know a lot of people has Nazim Sadikov to win, but unfortunately, Reza Ziem is just too long, too lengthy for him. And ended up getting the job done in round 2. I think it was TKO. He's kind of just covering up, and he just kept pounding on him. But yeah, Nazim Sadikov, gonna have to calm down on those TikTok edits and stuff and get back into the gym. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, this was close on odds wise, but yeah, no, it just leaned out to Reza Ziem and he got it done. Next one, Maycee Barber beats Crane Silva. Like, some slight controversy. Crane Silva was up kicking a lot when she was down, and I think it's so stupid. You should be allowed to up kick your opponent if they're on top of you, and they're, like, you should be able to kick them in the face, kick them off. Like, I'm sorry, we've seen a couple knockouts and knockdowns that way, and it's like, what makes, I don't understand the difference between that and a head kick. Damage-wise, you're going to take more damage getting a head kick straight to the dome than getting kicked in the face, I imagine, from bottom. I don't know. I think they should change it, though, so that way we stop getting these dumb fouls like that. But Maycee Barber gets it done. I wasn't really during this fight, but she definitely landed more strikes, as you can see. I think she even took down Crane Silva a couple times, got her down. But yeah, good win for Maycee Barber. I think she's number 5 right now, number 6, so she'll probably get like a top 5 matchup next. Probably, they might rebook the Alexa Grasso fight, but we'll see. Anyways, moving on. Terrence McKinney versus Chris Duncan. Let's go, Scotland. Chris Duncan gets again done against Terrence McKinney. I love to see it. Terrence McKinney came out hard and just trying to kill him. Just kind of like how I thought it would be, but Chris Duncan's chin just survives. He gets it through. Ends up submitting Terrence McKinney. And yeah, Terrence McKinney just blew his arms out, just trying to finish Chris Duncan. I thought he was. I thought, oh yeah, this is where Terrence McKinney gets the first round finish, but no. Chris Duncan turns it around, gets a nasty submission against Terrence McKinney. And yeah, no, Terrence McKinney really is one of those fighters where it's like, if he doesn't beat you in that first round flurry, you kind of beat him, to be completely honest. He just gasses himself out. But that first round flurry is really dangerous. But yeah, no, Chris Duncan gets it done and absolutely submits Terrence McKinney. Back to the drawing board for McKinney. Anyways, moving up, Grand Dawson, Manuel Torres. Oh, Dawson. Yeah, I've been Grant Dawson was growing on me a little bit. I'm sorry, it's like 5:44 in the morning on Mark Ordinance, but anyways, Grant Dawson been growing on me a little bit, and I thought he was going to do a lot better than this. Manuel Torres just completely outclassed Grant Dawson. Maybe there ain't more to say. He saw that Grant Dawson was throwing weak shit on the feet. Overhands, those swinging right hands, those overhands he was throwing. You gotta tighten that up, man. We gotta change that up. We need like a jab, a teep. We need to bait out like a leg kick, catch that leg kick, and go for that takedown, man. Because that's what Grant Dawson's bread and butter is just taking someone down and doing grappling and stuff. But Manuel Torres figured him out on the feet pretty quickly, honestly. And just completely put out Grant Dawson. Grant Dawson, unfortunately, the chin is not looking very good, especially to Bobby Green and now Manuel Torres. Torres is going to take that 13 spot. I don't know what they're going to do with Grant Dawson now. I think he's probably going to find another unranked guy, honestly. I mean, definitely. So yeah, it sucks to see for Grant Dawson, man. He was making his way up in the world. I thought maybe we'd get like a Michael Chandler matchup after he beats this guy, or like, some Renato Moicano or some nice little top 15 matchup. But Grant Dawson, he gets sparked. We gotta check that striking, man. Gotta check that striking. Moving up, this was crazy. Jan Blachowicz versus Bogdan Guskov. Bogdan Guskov definitely won round 2. However, how are we at a draw if one of the judges thought Jan Blachowicz won? I mean, the other two thought it was a draw, sure, but like if one judge thought that Jan won and it wasn't a draw, shouldn't that mean Jan won? I like that. I like that logic there. But anyways, Bogdan Guskov knocked Jan Blachowicz down in round 2. However, it didn't really end up like. He almost, like, there was times where I'm like, all right, they might call this a TKO here because he is landing and Jan isn't doing too much. But Jan kind of just toughed it out. He didn't try to sweep or get back onto his feet, which was disappointing to see. And I think if he made a greater effort around 2 to sweep him and explode off his feet, that he probably wouldn't have gotten 10-8'd. But yeah, that's what lost Jan this fight is round 2. Round 1 and round 3, he was doing pretty good. But he's looking slow. Jan Blachowicz, he's looking slow. His strikes are looking okay, but like with all the surgeries, time off and stuff, man, he's 42 years old. He's there now. He's at that age where it's like, yeah, I think he's probably gonna fight one more time. Hopefully they give him like a top 5, top 8 matchup or something like that. So that way he can retire against someone decently good. But Bogdan Guskov, I mean, he's good, but like, you need to be taking out Jan. You need to be taking out Jan in round 3, especially. Round 3, he was just not throwing shit. Looked really tired. Jan was peppering him up. And this ends up being a draw, which sucks to see for Jan. But you can't get beat up like that in round 2. So yeah, crazy to see. Moving up. Oh, there's another one. Just gotta put my hands on my face. Just, Henry Cejudo, man. Jesus Christ. Making wrestling look real bad. Paytal gets it done. I think I should have done a video where I'm like, last minute changes. Peyton Talbot just is way too long, way too rangy for Henry Cejudo. And I thought Henry Cejudo was going to double down on the wrestling and really commit to trying to get a takedown. I thought he would pretty much like turn into a Marab or like, a Dagestani or something and just be hanging on those takedowns against Payton Talbot. But no, he gets taken out himself, just gets absolutely battered by Payton Talbot. Body shots, head shots, combos were just raining down from Payton Talbot. Payton Talbot really doing whatever he wants, really in his flow zone, smiling, enjoying himself. Just looking like a real contender out there. And just beat number 10 guy. Now, yeah, we're in... you went into some deep waters. Now we're going into even deeper waters, Payton, because the next fight is going to be Corey Sandhagen or possibly the loser against Song Yadong and Sean O'Malley. That's good fights right there. Song Yadong, O'Malley, Sandhagen. Sandhagen, if they want to, like, all right, let's get this kid up. Let's start going crazy. Let's get this kid up there. I mean, if Peyton Talbot beat O'Malley too, that would also be insane. But shoot, how about that Arnie Barcelos, man? I mean, crazy. Let's just look at this. He went from fighting, you know, from the likes of Barcelos and Lima, and now he jumped up to Henry Cejudo, which, in hindsight, I should have seen the signs where Henry Cejudo wants to retire, the weight cut, you know, and talking about this is the last one, and like, how did I expect for him to? From now on, whenever a fighter says this is their last one and they're retiring and stuff, plan on them losing. Because there are no easy retirements in the UFC. It's very, very rare. Ratties are being weirdos. Yeah, no, Peyton Talbot gets it done. Absolutely outmonks Henry Cejudo. Looks great to fight. A star is indeed born in the UFC today, because they were going to push Peyton Talbot like crazy now that he beat Henry Cejudo. Expect to see a lot of edits, a lot of TikTok edits of Peyton Talbot. A lot. It's good. Fan base is going to explode like crazy for this win over Henry Cejudo, and there's going to be a lot of talks of different matchups. So, overall good for the UFC. But yeah, no, I thought Henry was going to win. I thought he was going to do his thing. So, yeah, glad to see Henry retire, go out on a shield, and yeah. Anyways, moving on. Thank you. I did predict Tatsuya Taira to win. I just thought it would be a little bit like a decision, kind of a long grappling session, honestly. But no, Tatsuya Taira. We got to talk about his physique, by the way. He looked in great physique against Brandon Moreno. Brandon Moreno, he needs to clean this shit up. He needs to get yoked like fucking Tatsuya Taira here. He's like, look at this jacked fucking Japanese machine here. All right, Brandon Moreno needs to step it up. We need to see some definition and stuff. Brandon Moreno. Yeah, I mean, even striking wise, Tatsuya Taira looked better than Brandon Moreno. He's hitting him with some good clean shots, long rangey, clean, singular shots by Tatsuya Taira. And I mean, say what you want about the TKO. They definitely should have given it some more time. But, fuck, man. If you're in that position and he's landed, I think it was about like 9 or 10 shots just unanswered, the ref is going to stop. All right. He doesn't want to see, like, you can't be flattened out on your stomach, taking unanswered shots, not really exploding out from it. Unfortunately, he was kind of just sitting there for it. They could have probably gave him like a couple more big, like, punches and stuff. But again, it's up to the ref. The ref knows how those sounds. He sees how it's, you know, hitting him and stuff. So yeah, no. Unfortunately, ref steps in, stops the fight. I was hoping Tatsuya Taira could get like a more legitimate TKO, but yeah, no, he still gets it done. And yeah, now we're talking about Tatsuya Taira, Joshua Van, which we will be moving up right now, man. What? This is not what we wanted, man. This is not what we wanted. I mean, I wanted Joshua Van to be champion, but I didn't want it to be at the cost of, like, a weird win like this. Alexander Pantoja tries to stop himself from falling, and unfortunately, hyperextends his arm. I've had this happen to me before, too, where you get taken down, your arms go out to brace your fall, and unfortunately, you just stick it out and the rest of your body carries and your arm stays in the same place. So yeah, no, Pantoja snapped his arm. Sucks to see, man. Like, history-wise, you do not, like, this is not how we wanted it to go down, man. It's not how we wanted it to go down. I wanted to see Alexander Pantoja have a good, valiant fight against Joshua Van, school him a little bit. But yeah, no, Joshua Van, he came and said he gets it done. This is all Alexander Pantoja accidentally did this. Like, sure, it was caused by Joshua Van kind of like shoving him, but yeah, no, man, it's all accident. Hopefully they can rebook it fast, but they were already saying, he's probably going to be out for a while. It looks like Joshua Van's going to be fighting Tatsuya Taira. So yeah, I mean that should be a fun fight. In the meantime, they really should call it an interim belt. Just leave the belt on Pantoja, but yeah, no, it sucks for Pantoja, man. It really does. I hope he recovers fast. I hope we see him in the early part of next year as soon as possible, but and they run this shit back. But yeah, they'll probably have Van fight someone else in the meantime. But yeah. Anyways, moving on. Oh, this is crazy too, man. Dude, I thought Merab was just gonna do his thing, but again, this is another one where I should have come back and made another prediction where I was like, he has fought a lot this year, and as much as a mythical machine that Merab is, he is human, and he did fight 4 times in a year. He did make 4 weight cuts in a year, which bravo to Merab. Merab's trying to do shit that other motherfuckers aren't trying. He's trying to become fucking like crazy legacy, right? He's trying to become crazy legacy guy, okay? He become like crazy legacy. But yeah, no, this is I think the strikes are off right now. Because they really shouldn't count a lot of the strikes that Merab threw, especially how well Petr Yan defended against him. But yeah, no, Petr. Like, this is another one, bro. I had this in my head. I was like, Mickey, if you want to bet on something crazy and have it potentially work, Petr Yan by decision. By decision. I was having moments in my head where I was thinking, maybe Petr Yan's hand was hurt, and he's just gonna be more ready for takedowns this time, and he was. And he's gonna throw better, more devastating strikes than Merab, which he did. And yeah, no, Merab's striking is just, people were thinking that Merab was gonna TKO Petr Yan. Petr Yan has no chance. And I mean, they were kind of right to think so with how Merab was dealing with all the former opponents. But yeah, no, Petr Yan gets it done, becomes champ again. Holy shit! I mean, out of everyone that we expected, no one was really thinking Petr Yan. I had it in my head a little bit. I was like, man, Petr, he's been winning his last couple fights, and he hasn't looked terrible doing so. And like, he's always been he. Like, if there was anyone to, like, catch Merab, it would be Petr because of the size, the speed, all the things like that. Petr Yan is just, he looked really great. Vintage Petr Yan. And now this really just opens up the division for a lot of great matchups. I mean, bro, they're going to be putting Talbot in a title fight next against Petr Yan type shit. Like, this is the kind of shit we're probably going to get now. I don't know. I don't think they give him Merab a rematch, honestly. I don't think they're going to do that. Because, I mean, it was a decision for Petr Yan, but it wasn't like, it was competitive, but it was, again, and like, was it close, if that makes any sense? So yeah, as much as I'd like to see Merab get a rematch, they probably won't give it to him. They'll probably be like, all right, Merab, kick rocks. Now you can fight. Now you can fight Peyton Talbot, or now you can fight fucking some other tough matchup at bantamweight. In the meantime, so yeah, no, sucks for Merab. Really great guy. He really tried to just do crazy things, reach for the stars. So you gotta give him his flowers for that. Really good on Merab. But yeah, no, Petr Yan gets it done, man. The strikes are, I feel like are off a little bit. I feel like Petr Yan landed better strikes, got a takedown. It was just, even though Merab got like some good moments, it's all Petr Yan during it, most of it. So yeah, anyways, that is my video for you guys for today. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. And yeah, we got one more card this year, and then that is it. And then we are going to be out of the UFC for a little bit until January. So yeah, looking forward to it. This was our last pay-per-view on ESPN, and I'm glad, because yeah, $80 this was a well spent $80 for I'd say like a 9 out of 10 card. Man, this card could have been like a 9.5 or 10 out of 10 if Joshua Van won in like a crazy exciting KO win. But what are you gonna do? Not every card is gonna be, perfect and amazing. So there's always some controversy that brings down the card a little bit, but yeah, other than that, great fights. Absolutely great card. Anyways, have a great day. See you later. Bye.
Made.